Yes, it's Tales from the Jails with John G. Sutton. Do please like and subscribe. Ladies and gentlemen, it helps. Really, seriously. I'm going to talk today about a problem in the prison system. A problem in the prison system. Imagine that. A problem in the prison system. Oh, what about that? Who would have thought it, eh? Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. We have a massive problem because there's been a murder in Wood Hill, HMP Wood Hill, and it's to do with a thing called the Brotherhood, which I always interpreted as being the Masons. And what a bunch of bastards they are. Seriously. I mean, they say that they are a charitable group, and indeed they are. That's the foot soldiers that are the charitable group. But the people that are running it, the 33rd degree Masons, the Grand Dragons of the bloody Masonic lodges, they are the people that are pulling the strings. Let me tell you this about the Masons. All the senior barristers, all the judges, all the lot are in the Masons. And the Masons take an oath that they will protect the Brotherhood. Seriously. Well, there's another bloody Brotherhood going on at the moment, and it's in the prisons. But it isn't anything to do with Freemasonry, no. It's to do with a certain particular religion. Now, I am not a religious individual. I believe in life after death. I believe in spiritualism. I believe that there is communication between this world and the next. And many people say, well, that's quite mad. Is it? That's strange, isn't it? Imagine me believing that I can get communications from the next dimension. Well, and I'm considered to be mad for that. Seriously, people do. But there are millions and millions of people who believe in the man in the sky, or in a guy who flew to heaven on a horse. Loads of things like that. Or somebody who can walk on water. I can walk on water too, usually after I've pissed on the floor in the bathroom. I get told off for that, seriously. Anyway, let me talk today a bit more seriously about the problems in the prisons. There's an interview, and I'm going to put a link down below, folks, a link down below to Robert Jenrick, who is the Deputy Home Secretary for the Understudy for the Home Secretary, the Conservative Party, talking about the problems in the prisons and the gangs in the prisons that are running the prisons and terrorising the officers. Let me tell you this. I mean, quite sincerely, folks. When I was in the prisons, the idea that any group of prisoners would terrorise the officers was laughable. The very idea that anything like that could possibly happen is just unimaginable. I mean, where are the school bully? Where's the school bully? Where's Bootsy? Where's the black dog? Where's the Chinese money box when you need them? And we need them now. But you know why we've not got them? Because we've got what's known as the Hostess Brigade. Now, listen, I deeply admire their nerve for doing it. But who on earth has done the risk assessment on placing 18, 22-year-old, 25-year-old, 30, don't matter, putting women into men's prison with violent inmates? And there was a female officer injured at HMP Franklin when that shithouse Abedi threw boiling oil at them. And as for giving him the facility to cook his own food and the ability to forge a shank or a cell-made weapon, absolutely unheard of. You've got to do something about this. But the problem is, if you've got gangs of ethnic groups or religious groups in the prisons, and you're faced with mass insurrection, ask yourself this: what do you need to deal with that? You need some big boys. Now, I've previously told you here that I used to be a part of the team that worked for recruiting prison officers when I was the hospital officer conducting the medical tests. And I spoke to one of the senior recruiting officers there and asked him, I said, come on, you've got some very strange staff in the prisons, come on. And you're recruiting them. I said, what are you really looking for? And the answer was, we are recruiting the biggest psychopaths in Britain. And listen, I'm telling you this, back in the 70s, that was what was in the prisons. And inmates didn't dare transgress, because if they did, what they were meeting with was the school bully. And we didn't just have one school bully, we had a load of the bastards. And you didn't step out of line. But today, what have we got? We've got the Vernon girls. Yeah, we've got the hostess trolley. We've got female prison officers getting backscuttled and videoed for YouTube channels so that when they finally make it back, they can make themselves as I don't know what they call it, something on YouTube, innit? I do this on YouTube because I do it because I believe that Britain needs to know exactly what the truth is, and the truth is that the prison system is fucked. And they ain't gonna solve it by woke Nancy boys running it, or female girls. We've even got a bloody prison governor facing imprisonment for getting herself shafted by one of the drug-dealing gangsters. The bloody hell's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. They've lost the plot. Not only have they lost the plot, they haven't got any big boys there to do the job. They used to recruit mainly for the prison service from the army, ex-NCOs from the army. Now listen, let me tell you this. When I was an NCO in the army, the first thing you learn was how to give orders. You give orders. You don't bully the soldiers. You don't do it. But you know what's got to happen, and you tell them straight. This is in our interests. This is what we've got to do. And it's the same with the inmates. You tell them, listen, I did it at the Scrubs. 200 inmates on C2 landing. 200 inmates on one landing. Yeah, one landing. I used to say to them, listen, there's only one way we'll get through this, and it ain't by me telling you what to do. You've got to know what to do yourself. When I tell you, go down and get your dinner, go down and get your dinner, come back and get in your cell. Otherwise, we're fucked. But these days, where are the boys to do that kind of thing? It really makes me wonder, It makes me think, that they have completely and utterly abandoned all hope here and allowed the gangs, the ethnic gangs, the religious gangs, whatever they want to be, they've allowed them to take control. Well, you know my number, boys, because you're watching this. I know you are. You just give me a call, I'll tell you how to sort it out. And it isn't in high heels and lipstick. This is Tales from the Jails, and guess what, folks? It's come that time of day. The Song Dinger. I know. Larry's grabbed his goat and he's running for the hills. I've got my doubts about Larry, actually. But this is a song that I'm going to sing now that I particularly like. We used to have it on a 70. I've still got it on a 78, yeah. This is Cool Water, Marty Robbins. I'll tell you who else sang it. What's his name now? Yeah, anyway, this is Cool Water, yeah. This is by the Marty Robbins version. All day I faced a barren waste without the taste of water, cool water. Old Dan and I, with throats burned dry and souls that cry for water, cool, clear water. Oh, the nights are cool and I'm a fool. Each star's a pool of water, cool water. And with the dawn I'll wake and yawn and carry on to water, cool, clear water. Keep moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water, cool, clear water. The shadows sway and seem to say, tonight we pray for water, cool water. And way up there he'll hear our prayer and show us where there's water, cool, clear water. Keep moving, Dan, don't you listen to him, Dan. He's a devil, not a man, and he spreads the burning sand with water. Dan, can you see that big green tree where the water's running free and it's waiting there for you and me? Water, cool, clear water. There you go. That was it. Cool Water, as destroyed by John G. Sutton. If you've got any requests, comments, insults, Tales from the Jails.